you ever have you ever listened to Africa by Toto?
Yeah.
You know that song?
Yeah.
Do you like that song?
I do, yeah. I like Africa.
I bless the rains down in Africa. You know that?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of... You ever think about the lyrics?
No, I can't even understand them.
It's just kind of... The lyric... I was listening to the other day.
Yeah.
And I was thinking how the lyrics are kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What are the lyrics?
Hmm?
What are the lyrics?
I don't know.
I thought you had a bit.
I can't understand them.
Yeah. The accent too thick?
You thought I had a bit?
Yeah, I did. I thought you had a bit. I was trying to help you kind of lead up to a bit.
No, sorry, I don't know what is that? What's a bit?
No, what's the whole thing with you had like a whole... I mean, you have a whole freaking like notebook right there filled with bits, and then you like give up halfway through what was clearly a setup.
No, that was not a setup.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Okay.
No, I do think I think last week's podcast was a little bit on the... Well, I don't know. It was kind of interesting. At least I thought it was kind of interesting, but it was a little bit like morbid, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I came up with a few ideas for how we can make it a little bit more fun and lighthearted. So the first idea that I came up with was to literally just recite an entire Matt and Shane Secret podcast episode word for word. Just listen to one of the old episodes.
Yeah.
Write the whole thing out. You're Matt, I'm Shane.
Okay.
And we just recite the whole entire thing word for word.
I'm Shane. You're Matt.
No, I'm definitely Shane.
I'm Shane.
I'm definitely.
I'm Shane.
Dude, no, Matt always is like coming in with the like weird autistic knowledge, you know?
No. Yeah, but I'm whatever.
You're definitely Matt, dude.
Oh, fine. Whatever.
I'm a materialist like Shane.
Yeah. Is he?
I don't know.
I haven't seen the show, actually.
Really?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I know, I really haven't.
You're able to talk about it, like, intelligently.
That's because I bluff for most things that I talk about.
Anyway.
That's a joke. I'm not serious about that. I bluff for things that are cultural.
Okay, that's fair.
For most things, like, I don't like, if I'm doing, like, an idea, I don't really bluff on that. Mm-hmm. But for, like a cultural thing, I'll pretend enough to get someone talking about it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
I haven't seen most movies. I haven't heard most songs. But I've heard people talk about them enough.
So you're like, yeah. So you're able to contribute an opinion even though you don't really...
No, I don't. I never put forth opinions. I just ask what they think about it.
What do you think about Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
What do you think about it?
I don't have any thoughts. I've never listened to it.
Oh, okay.
But I
think it's a much better podcast than this. Everyone that's listening to this right now should probably go and listen to Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
More Asian slurs, I think.
Okay. Next idea. I think we should do a food review podcast where we go and get a bunch of food from a bunch of different places and just eat it loudly on the mic and barely make any comments about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this was a good one. I'm actually if we ever were had a small listener base, like a small but sizable listener amount of listeners,
like 3.
I would love to do this.
Yeah.
Bring on like a low tier celebrity for an interview and barely talk to them the entire time and just like have a conversation, both of us, like a reality star from like 10 years ago who's has like 10,000 Instagram followers.
Oh, I see.
But would be like, ooh, a podcast. And we bring them on and we're like, welcome on the podcast today. We have this person. And then we just have a conversation between the two of us like normal. I just think that would be a very funny thing.
I thought it'd be really funny to get like, what's his name? Nick Sandman, the Covington Catholic School kid. Is that his name? I was actually thinking about that today.
With the guy with the Trump hat. Yeah,
I thought it'd be funny because I'm like, well, I wonder what he's doing, and to try to like not just on like Discord or something, so like literally get him in the room. And just not talk to him at all. Discord
interviews though are like so awkward. It can be really it just makes it funnier sometimes when it's like there's the awkward pauses and everything. But it would be funny to bring on somebody. This is like Eric Andre stuff now, but like it'd be funny to bring on someone and then like ask them questions like relating to a different person's career. Just be like, I don't know, bring on like random small,
or actually get like the Covington Catholic kid and be like, so did it feel good to shoot those kids? To shoot that guy back in Milwaukee? How did it feel?
Yeah. That would be funny. We could do we should do a like a movie review episode.
Okay.
Like a movie commentary.
Yeah.
But we just leave the movie playing like faintly in the background so you can't quite hear it. And we like barely provide any commentary at all. We just like, you just hear us breathing and like munching popcorn or something.
Yeah. What movie? It's No Country for Old Men. So we're so engrossed in it, but you barely hear any audio anyways. Yeah.
Or like Gangs of New York or something, just like a really like prestige movie.
Yeah.
But you can just barely hear it. We should do make very detailed, in-depth ad reads for companies that would never sponsor a podcast.
I actually had an idea to do that.
Like we could do an ad read for Walmart.
Yeah, no, I legit actually wrote some down.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually want to do that.
Yeah, I kind of thought it'd be funny to like kind of like actually like poke fun at Daily Wire by doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny. This is really dumb, but both of us start an episode with like a different accent that just gradually fades away throughout the episode and we never acknowledge it.
I think you should do Chinese. Like very Chinese.
No, I don't want to.
I'm kind of lucky because I can do just about any, and then people will go, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be funny, but it doesn't even matter if it's a good accent. It'd just be like, all right, guys, today we're going to be doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll be having an Australian accent today.
So like
welcome to the podcast.
Every episode you switch to a different one, basically.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny. That was loud.
Yeah.
Or just be like switch accents midway through.
Wait, so whenever you're like recording and you're doing like Discord or something, are you just like sitting out here?
So I have ever since I was a kid, if I'm talking on the phone, I'm always walking. Mm-hmm. So when I'm like recording the podcast through Discord, I always walk around.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that explains why the mic keeps disconnecting.
Yeah, that's my bad on that one.
Because I was thinking, because you're like, yeah, the mic disconnected. It was like I have it in my pocket. I'm like, yep, that'll do it. And I'm like, yeah, but if you just like set it on your knee or something and sit still.
Yeah, no, I don't want to pull the ADHD card, but I definitely have trouble just sitting and talking on the phone. Like I've literally never been able to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we could do a. This would be actually, I think this would be pretty funny to start doing. Do land acknowledgements before every episode.
Do what?
A land acknowledgement. Do you know what a land acknowledgement is?
No, what is that?
Before we start the episode, we'd be like, before we begin this episode of the podcast, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the fact that we are on land that was originally occupied by the Sequoia and the Iroquois and the Cherokee tribes.
Yeah.
People that's like a thing that happens.
That's
I think
fun.
they do that in Canada.
We should do that.
Yeah, I think it would be funny.
It'd be very fun.
We could no, this isn't a very good idea, but we could do just podcasts as like other podcasters. Yeah. This is kind of the same thing as like the Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, but we would just like pick a podcaster that we can kind of imitate.
Yeah,
and
like
just
Jordan
do
Peterson.
That. Yeah, I'd be Jordan Peterson.
You'd be Jordan Peterson. I'll be Michael Malice.
There you go. Yeah. That would be
Or just try it. You're talking about something or whatever.
What we need like a subject. So tell me, Michael, why do you think that? I need to work on my JP because I feel like
keep going.
no, you're baiting me.
Keep going. Do it.
I feel like if I practiced it, it wouldn't be bad because I think I've got the like vocal tone.
Yeah.
I just need to get the inflections a little bit better. But well, so tell me, Michael. What makes you think that taxation truly is theft?
Dang it! Now I have to think of
That's
it.
a bloody Freudian nightmare. I can only say like JP things. I can't do like a conversation as Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
I can only be like.
Have you ever heard those like AI?
Jordan Peterson? They're all bad. They don't sound convincing.
The only one that's good is the Bionicle one.
I don't know which one that is.
There's one that he's talking about Bionicles. That's only because the guy who made that video actually knows how Jordan Peterson talks.
Interesting.
So he actually like writes as Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
And it sounds right. Whereas all the other ones, they make him like too angry. Or,
yeah.
But
listen, Bucko, you got to clean your bloody room right now. This was bad. This is a really bad idea. We should do an ASMR themed podcast where we both like over Discord, and then we both fall asleep during it, and it just lasts like 7 more hours.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's very funny.
One of us drops out, but the other person just keeps going for a couple more minutes, and then just goes silent. I think that would be pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Let's see what else we got here. This we kind of already do, but just like in purposefully telling stories that never end, that we just continually keep getting derailed and moving on to something else.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many podcasts of like comedians that are like trying to tell a story and then just get disrupted and anyway, we could do a carpool karaoke episode, but we get into a car crash midway through.
That's pretty funny.
And it's still recording as we're like this. You hear sirens, and then they're trying to like break us out, and then like this. There's still a song playing in the background as they're like using the jaws of life to get us out of the car. We're flipped over.
Yeah. No, actually, we should do that. We should do that.
As a sketch.
Yeah, as a sketch.
Yeah.
You can wear a bag over your head.
Yeah.
So can I actually ask you, like, just apart from, like, a bit or whatever?
Yeah.
If you don't want to include this, you don't have to include this. But, like, for you, like, not wanting to have your face in it.
Yeah.
Is that, like, is that because of is it because of a reaction from, like, the right or the left? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So to be honest, it's just me being dumb and being like, I don't want to have the pressure of knowing that people that I know are listening to this and be like, oh, he said that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have because like not all of my.
I don't think you've ever said anything horrible.
No, but like even just some of my like opinions and takes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's just me being paranoid about it. But I think I would probably be willing to do something with like an actual sketch with my face in it.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
Down the road, who knows? I think that would be funny.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just curious. I was wondering like if it's because of like work or something.
No, I don't.
It's just more like a personal. Okay.
Yeah, it's more.
I can cut. You want me to cut that out?
No, I mean if you think it would like flow better, but I don't really care if you leave it in. This isn't. I don't know about that. I'll just say it. I thought we could do a meme review segment and like fully rip off PewDiePie and be like meme review.
Yeah.
But all of the memes are from like 2016.
That's pretty fun.
So we could do like Pepe the Frog memes.
Big Chungus and everything.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
But I think we just need to stop talking about free will and stupid philosophy subjects.
You know what it was? You kind of brought it back up though.
What do you mean?
Because you were like, I feel like there's stuff that needs to be rehashed.
Yeah, I did, but that's because I don't know. I feel like so here's my overall.
Are we gonna get into it again?
No, let me just say this. This is my feeling about the podcast overall so far.
Yeah.
The 3 episodes that we've done.
Yeah.
I think that we need to spend less time talking about subjects that you have to be smart to talk about.
Yeah.
Because we kind of come across as a little bit either like, at least I'll just speak for myself.
Uh-huh.
In listening to the podcasts that we've done, I either came across like I didn't really know what I was talking about, or that I was kind of arrogant about it. Mm-hmm. And I would rather it just be kind of like kind of entertaining and fun.
Yeah.
Rather than like, ooh, we're going to talk about interesting logic stuff.
What do you think is like a good balance of that though?
I don't know. Probably Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. You should probably just listen to Matt and Shane's Secret.
I've never listened to it. Well, so for me, it's I almost feel like it feels wrong to admit this because I'm like making a podcast, but I don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I do, but
yeah, so
I'm trying to listen to them less.
Well, I think like I don't want to make something that I don't like even listen to, but then I also don't want to make something that's boring.
So you're saying you don't want to make something that you wouldn't even listen to, but since you don't listen to most other podcasts, are you saying that our podcast is better than every other podcast?
No, I didn't say that.
Because it was, I agree, but
no. Like I feel weird to just go and make like a podcast where it's just like two guys just kind of talking, shooting the and then when like I don't even listen to kind of stuff like that, where I feel weird to be like, all right, everybody else, here's the thing that I don't even listen to.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the kind of stuff that... So what would you want it to be like? You want it to be about, like, interesting topics, obviously, but...
I want it, I guess, so... Because we're just like that, though. So I don't want to...
You want it to kind of be more of a reflection of how we actually
are. I don't want to shy away from... because I feel like it's a mistake to, like, shy away from being funny.
Yeah.
But then I also don't want to shy away from talking about something that's, like, interesting.
Yeah.
Even if we're like, yeah, maybe I'm not too sure on that.
Yeah. The thing is, though, we've gone down all 3 episodes we've done, we've kind of gone down the same road every time, like, or at least similar. We've brought up some of the same talking points every time.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes down a path where it's like kind of hard to make jokes about.
Yeah.
Because like the story that you told last week about the tribe from Papua New Guinea, that they you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But like,
no, you can clarify if you want to.
The tribe from the Sambia tribe, is that what it was, that they don't believe that a male is born with any sperm. He has to get the sperm from an outside source.
He has to ingest it, essentially.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of jokes that could be made about that, but in the context that we were talking about, I didn't want to be making jokes. You can make jokes about that.
I can make Yeah. You have any about it? You go for it.
I do have some jokes, but
you're like
No. No. Let's not go there.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it is it is very funny to think of the first guy to ever suggest that.
Yeah.
To be like, you guys know that you're not going to be able to, have kids, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, why? And he's like, well, you can only you're not born with sperm. You have to get it from somewhere else. And they're like, where can we get it? And he's like, I got good news for you. For a small fee.
Man.
But anyway, we should,
That's pretty rough.
But no, the song Africa by Toto.
Yeah.
I just think it's, the lyrics I just think are kind of weird.
Yeah.
You ever listen to that song?
No.
He's like, I bless the rains down in Africa. And it's like, the whole band is like 6 white guys.
Yeah.
It's like, you think you should be blessing the rains down in Africa?
Yeah.
And and the only reference to like geographical Africa is like Mount Kilimanjaro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's in Japan, isn't it? Mount Kilimanjaro?
No. Kilimanjaro's in Africa.
Really?
Yeah, you're thinking Mount Fuji.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
You're thinking Mount Hiroshima.
You're
What?
you're thinking Mount Okinawa. No, yeah. Do you listen to much music at all, or like not really? You think you're like you mostly listen to like audiobooks and stuff when you
Yeah,
have like free time and stuff.
I'm like kind of a nerd. I actually listen to a lot of music at home.
What kind of music?
So I was listening to dang, it's kind of a niche artist. What's his name? Post Malone. um, I really like. Well, this is one of the songs. No one really listens to it, but he has this song "Circles." That's not very popular. I think it's pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
Next to that, I think
Sunflowers.
There's one called it's called like White Iverson. It's okay.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, he's really, he's one of the up and coming underground artists.
No,
yeah.
I listen to like I'll listen to anything really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that it's kind of like unpopular, or like you're like considered a normie if you like 80s music and stuff like that?
80s music?
Yeah, like like Africa, or like don't
like
stop
boomer
believing, or like living on a prayer, or what, any of those songs.
Yeah.
It's like you're like a normie, and it's like cool to kind of have like be like, I don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have a theory that's just because those songs were played too much on the radio. Because anytime a song is like overexposed, people will say they dislike it just for the sake of having a different opinion. Because like I've listened to a lot of those like 80s artists. Because like I when I was younger, I was like really into like 90s alternative, and like I was into this. There's this one. My favorite band was this really underground band called Nirvana, and they had this one song.
Never heard of them. What are they like?
It's really underground. You probably wouldn't like it. It's really just really abrasive.
You're like, this is one song called Me. You're like, I love that song.
I love that song, dude. It's so good. But no, when I was going through that phase of like really into like alternative, or like grunge, or like post-punk music.
Yeah.
I would be like, I don't really like the 80s music very much. But like re-listening to all those songs is like slap. Yeah. All those songs are really good.
Well, I was listening to In Vitro recently. The album.
In Utero?
In Utero.
The Nirvana album?
In Nirvana album.
Yeah.
In fairness to me, that's an easy mistake. In vitro and utero, what's the difference?
The fact that utero is a word?
What? Whatever. It means the same thing. It means the same thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. No, it's a great album.
Yeah, it is really good.
It is a good album.
No, I wasn't talking about like the 90s alternative stuff. I was talking about like the 80s. Like,
oh yeah,
people will be like, I don't like Don't Stop Believing. It's like, yeah, but it's just because you've heard it too many times.
Yeah,
it's like actually a really good song. But anyway, that's my hot take.
Yeah,
I do have like, I guess I do have like normie music opinions though.
That's okay. Well, what kind of music do you listen to? Why are you smiling?
I'm not. What do you mean? I'm just hanging out with my friend, talking about music. It's cool.
Yeah. Is it lame to be like someone who's like, no, I listen to everything?
Kind of. Yeah. I don't think, but like, there's people that would be like, kind of snobby about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of do though.
Listen to everything.
Yeah,
I listen to pretty much everything except for like rap.
Yeah.
I don't like rap music. I just don't, or I don't really like rap or like R&B music very much. Yeah.
I get that. Well, rap can be kind of fun.
No, I'm just kidding. I listen to rap.
Oh, like what kind of rap?
You ever hear of NF?
No, really?
No, I don't.
I love how...
you ever hear of Toby Mac?
No, I love how like being at if you ever mention like rap, people would go... At our Bible college, if you ever mention rap, people would go, "Yeah, like NF, is the greatest." I'm like, no, I'm.
Yeah, like Lecrae. Yeah, I listen to
It was
rap.
always Lecrae or NF.
Yeah.
And that's like, and people would I remember someone was saying like, yeah, Tyler the Creator's trash. NF is so good. I'm like, those are the complete opposite.
Yeah, I know.
You need to just flip that
Yeah.
opinion.
Did you like Tyler Creator's like early stuff?
Or did you just pretty dark?
Did you just get on the Igor bandwagon?
No, I was on the Flower Boy.
Okay, yeah.
Flower Boy. I actually kind of liked some of this stuff.
I got on the Flower Boy bandwagon, but I started listening to his older stuff, and it is pretty. The album that has like all the interludes of like his therapist talking to him, Goblin.
Yeah,
that one's pretty. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, I like the one with
Caliuchis.
No, that.
See You Again.
No, See You Again's great. I'm trying to. I don't know what album this is from, but it's too
freaking young,
girl.
Too freaking young.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good song. No, it's so funny. It's such a good song though.
Yeah, it really is.
It is a really good song.
Yeah.
But you feel kind of like uncomfortable listening to it.
Yeah, because it's about a girl being too freaking young.
Well, she's like of age, probably.
But that's not the point of the song.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I did go through a like Odd Future phase where I would only listen to like lo-fi, or not necessarily lo-fi, but that genre of hip hop. It was a very brief phase.
Lo-fi?
Not lo-fi.
Lo-fi is probably not the right word.
No, it's not. What would you even describe that style? Of like I don't know, like Earl Sweatshirt.
Oh yeah,
or like,
he's great.
Yeah, he's really good.
I don't know how to define it, but did you ever listen to Steve Lacy before he made Bad Habit?
No, but I listened. Anytime I see like a popular song on TikTok, I always go and listen to every other song by the artist.
Is it just so you can claim like to be original?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's like bluffing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, Steve Lacy is pretty good.
It does suck because that's like a really good song.
Yeah,
it's a great song.
Yeah, I really like that song.
It's a pet peeve of mine, and he does it to like, I'll just bleep the name. Yeah. She'll do that to like.
You just say my wife.
My wife. She'll do that to like, not like annoy me, but she'll like to kind of make fun of me a little bit. Is where if we're like listening to music, the Spotify is on just radio or whatever.
Yeah.
This is such a good song or whatever, and she goes, oh, it's a TikTok song. She does it for every song, even if she even if it's totally not. But
I'm trying to think of artists that I like knew before they were popular, because like I've listened to a lot of like little less known artists, but none of them ever got popular.
Yeah.
So
isn't it weird how you'll find music that you like where you're like, man, this should get more recognition, but not too much because it's not cool anymore.
Yeah.
And
no one likes the person who's like, yeah, I've been listening to them since before TikTok.
I know.
It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's really lame to do that. The only thing that I actually do that for is I was a Mr. Beast subscriber in 2016.
Oh,
that's
really?
That's one of the only things I'll actually like. Yeah.
This isn't like Cloud anymore because he's been canceled. But you remember Gus Johnson?
Yeah.
I subscribed to him in like 2014.
Oh, really?
It was either 2014 or 2015.
That's pretty early.
Yeah, he had like less than 100,000 subscribers, and he was
I subscribed to Eddie Burback at like 50K.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, Eddie Burback like doesn't make hardly any videos anymore. It's like twice a year.
I know.
And Gus Johnson has unfortunately been canceled for saying some not so nice stuff to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't even get into this, but I feel like he didn't really deserve to be canceled. Cause like his view count went from like in the millions every single video to like barely hitting 100K.
Well, you know what he said to her basically.
What?
He was like, if you don't get an abortion, I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a bad thing to say, but like, I don't know. I
don't know.
I mean,
It's pretty
we
rough.
probably shouldn't get into it.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
my career. That's what people always say.
What do you mean?
When this is an excuse that like women use is like they don't want to completely sacrifice their career for a child, and so that's why they get the abortion. So it's like,
well, she didn't get an abortion though.
What do you mean?
She didn't get an abortion.
Oh,
she miscarried.
Oh, well, that's very sad.
Yeah. But.
No, I was kind of saying that like it's weird that it's like okay for a woman to say like she wants to get an abortion for the sake of her career, but he was like that was the same motivation for him.
Yeah, it's like wasn't it Dave Chappelle who said that?
I don't know. Okay. Dave Chappelle has said a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like Dave Chappelle?
No. What were we talking about earlier?
Dude, this is a free flowing conversation. You gotta let it ride.
That's not how we actually talk, though.
No, it's not. This is very like what do you think about
it? Feels like an interview. You're like, oh, you like Dave Chappelle?
Sorry. Oh
no, but you know what? That's like asking that's like going into like an auto body shop or something, and you're like looking around. You're like you see like a mallet. It's like, oh, you guys use those sometimes?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I won't ask you any more questions. Is he canceled? Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
They've tried a bunch of times.
That doesn't really mean anything anymore.
No.
I don't get
it. Only so there's some cases. I would say it's gotten to the point where like the only people that get canceled are the people that are also like
they eat their
getting
own?
Arrested.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, I'm saying like the cases where it's like legally they did something wrong, then they get canceled. But for the most part, like
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
iDubbbz got kind of canceled, sort of.
Yeah, but that wasn't like.
Well, people they just think he's a B word, you know,
and a C word.
Oh,
they think he's a
cuck.
Yeah, he's a cuck now.
That's not a bad word, is it?
I think so. Well, okay, whatever. Okay. He's a cuck.
Yeah.
But no, did you see the video when he got beat again and he's crying at the that kind of made me a little bit sad.
It's hard to see because I don't like watching stuff like that. Yeah.
It's hard to I
never want to be the guy crying.
No, exactly.
And then it's like I can imagine he feels terrible and then he's like, why am I crying? Oh,
yeah,
no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's also hard for me to compare that to the iDubbbz that was eating human hair cake and like vomiting everywhere. It like I don't know.
It almost feels like it's like when like never mind. Okay. I was gonna say it's like in the Bible when God said to like Nebuchadnezzar, it's like, yeah, you're gonna become like an animal and your nails are gonna grow long like talons and your hair is gonna go down to your knees. Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
It is funny that he did kind of become somebody that he would have made a content cup about.
Yeah. Where he would have been like, oh, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think that's what people don't like. If he was always making like the content that he was making, I think people would be fine with him.
Yeah.
But it's the being a hypocrite and trying to like be holier than thou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole thing, but he did an interview with Anthony Padilla.
Yeah.
Where he was like, yeah, I had some I met some fans and they said the N-word to me, and so I decided to change. That's basically what he was saying. Mm-hmm. He was like he was like interacting with fans and they were like fat, sweaty neckbeard Redditor guys, and he was like, "Oh, this is my audience."
Yeah.
And so and it's like, yeah, obviously. And so that was like that was when he decided he wanted to do different, more fulfilling kinds of content.
It's like feeding squirrels. And making fidget toys.
Making a gigantic, whatever the rubber. I don't even remember. Yeah, I stopped watching iDubbbz in like 2018.
Yeah. You stopped watching iDubbbz before it was cool to not watch iDubbbz.
Yeah. No, when he started, he started a series where he would do iDubbbz Complains, and he would just sit down and talk about like random stuff and kind of rant.
Yeah, it's kind of lazy. Yeah,
I didn't like it because I found him through the Content Cop stuff, and I was like, it was like content hilarious stuff. Yeah. It was really good, and really well produced. And then he started making stuff where he would just sit in a chair in his backyard and talk about random stuff. Yeah. And I was like, it's not for me.
I know. I thought the documentary stuff was pretty lit.
Yeah, it was.
Until you kind of realize, like, oh, he's just trying to make them look bad.
Yeah, that's the thing that... So, like, with the one he did about Airsoft Fatty...
Yeah.
With Full Force.
Full Force.
That one was pretty good.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
But I think it worked because, like, Airsoft Fatty's whole... like shtick is kind of self-deprecating.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter that he was kind of like poking fun at him.
Yeah. Just like watching him and his autistic friend hurt each other in the park. Yeah.
Yeah. And and it was also a little bit wholesome too.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked. But then his whole downfall was trying to go after the Candyman, Sam Hyde.
Oh yeah. Is that the term, the Candyman?
That's what he called himself, the Candyman, for the boxing match.
Oh, okay.
You remember that? He was like, he had the Irish accent.
Hassan Piker.
And he was like, Hassan Piker, I'm going to kill you at your house in Los Angeles.
In the ring, right?
No, in real life. Classic. Yeah. And you see him like almost break. You see him like start to smile after he says it. It's hilarious. But yeah,
I want to preface we're quoting a thing.
Yeah, Sam Hyde.
It's quoting a thing, and no one wants to kill anybody. It's all a joke. It's a quote. It's a quote. It's not. It's just a joke.
Yeah. To the NSA agents listening to this right now.
Yeah.
This is just a joke. I think
I do feel kind of bad for Hassan Piker a little bit because like
I don't.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. On one hand, and this is what I feel bad about. So, you know how Steven Crowder is getting divorced and everything?
No, I didn't know that.
I saw like a video where it was like Hassan Piker posted a video where it was like him like the thumbnail was him like laughing the idea of Steven Crowder getting divorced. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, they have babies.
Yeah.
They have 2 little babies. Like that's horrible that their marriage didn't really work out. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And it's like you're laughing at it. That's really bad. So that's sort of what's the word? The Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Like that's a really really like at its core it's kind of an evil emotion. But then I kind of have a similar temptation to want to do that to Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
When he was freaking out about Sam Hyde. You know, even though it was a joke, but he was like, "No, it's a mentally ill Nazi saying he's going to kill me."
Yeah.
You know, where like on one hand I want to go, "That's funny," but then it's like, "Yeah, but I'm being two-faced if I like laugh about it."
Yeah, but it's kind of those situations are not that comparable. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
I feel like
because Sam Hyde is joking.
I know
and
he
like,
is joking. Yeah.
Steven Crowder getting divorced, as far as we know, isn't a joke.
Yeah.
I actually don't know anything. I didn't even know that.
No, it's a messy situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
what is it like?
I know.
Get me up to date
no
on it.
No one knows anything about it.
Tell me all about it. Tell me about the drama.
No one knows anything about it.
I really want to hear about the details.
But Sam Hyde, though? What were you saying about Sam Hyde?
I don't know. We're just like off the rails right now.
Well, no, you're talking about Sam Hyde. I was using as like...
Oh, we were talking about iDubbbz, and like when he tried to make Sam Hyde look dumb, he ended up looking dumb himself. Yeah. That was kind of what I was saying.
It was very funny in that documentary.
Oh, it was hilarious.
The girlfriend,
who
made the girl. What is he? She like
she shaved her head.
Hired an actor. She shaved the front part of her head,
and like acted like she was drugged out the whole time.
And like she really sold it.
Yeah,
she's very good at acting like.
And then in the interview section, where like iDubbbz was like confronting Sam Hyde, he was like, "Have you tried to get her any help?" And he was like, "No, I don't really think it's my business to get her help, considering she's an actor. I paid $500 to shave her head and act like my girlfriend." And
it was really funny how they were like, "Yeah, and make sure to like put your hands in his pockets at some point."
Yeah. Did you see the video of the where they were reading the iDubbbz gaslighting document?
Where they were saying like, do a bunch of like wrestling stuff, but keep calling it boxing.
Yeah, that was very funny.
Or where they said like the whole thing is like we're now rappers, we're all rappers now. Like make a song where it's like I'm just recording like ad libs for the rap, but it's just quietly saying the N-word.
or one of them was write a song where the hook is swag like items. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the gaslighting document was a little bit of my inspiration to write some of these down because I had a couple of ideas for bits we could do.
Yeah.
But I was like, I should just write all these down, as many as I can think of, and just read them out.
I had an idea for a bit.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? Oh, I'm holding it. Oh yeah.
Dude.
What?
Dude, this is so embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself right now. How do you feel?
I feel a little embarrassed, actually.
That was so embarrassing. Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, Jamie.
We need a producer.
I read this. Yeah, we'll hire him. I read this book recently that I don't want to like. I don't want to like criticize it necessarily because he listens. Like, you know.
Yeah.
He'll like listen to the videos.
Yeah, I saw him comment on.
Yeah, it's great. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And on the first one, he said, because we were talking about hell.
Yeah.
He said, read such and such book.
Yeah.
And I read it. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like it very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think the lady, because it's called something like Divine Revelation of Hell, and I thought like, oh, maybe it's gonna be like, it was actually just like some lady's like proposed, what's the word? Her claim that she like went, like Jesus came and took her on a tour to heaven.
Oh yeah.
Essentially like Dante.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure. No, I mean it's not real. I know it's not real, and that's not me saying like I kind of believe like NDE, like near death experience stuff.
Yeah.
And like the heaven is for real kid, you know that one?
Yeah, well that was fake.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he didn't. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm making this up, but I'm pretty sure he came out later and said that didn't happen. Oh. I could be. I don't want to besmirch.
I guess that one
name,
felt different because he wasn't like, he didn't claim to actually go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This lady claimed that she was there. And it was like, no, but I wasn't there in spirit. My body was there.
Oh, yeah.
She claimed to physically be there.
Yeah.
And you know what gave it? Well, because for one, like, they would like tour hell or whatever, and a lot of it felt kind of like a little like self-righteous a little bit.
Yeah.
So like the bar for people who go to hell, it just happens to be anything beneath me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was. But
what was her description of hell?
It was very. It was very like medieval.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that was like one kind of giveaway where I was like, yeah, this is sus, but it wasn't enough because it's like, oh, maybe it's like, it's not enough to just say it's completely fake because people could say no, there's a denominational difference, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So whatever, you know, I'll give people that. But then when they go to heaven, you know, she goes to heaven, and there have been.
Wait, she goes to heaven too?
She goes to heaven too.
Dude, come on.
Well, no, like she goes to heaven, where Jesus takes her to heaven, and there are several occasions where there's one part where she's talking to like the angel of God or the angel of the Lord, which in the scripture it never says this explicitly, but the angel of the Lord is Jesus, you know. So there's one. That's one thing.
I'd have to confirm that, but I think you're right.
Like the angel of the Lord is the physical embodiment of the Old Testament God,
okay,
which is Jesus.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but like I hear that, I go, nah.
Yeah.
But maybe when she said angel of God, she meant like one of the angels.
Yeah.
I'll let her get away with that. There's one part where she said, and then I saw a bunch of baby cherubs around the throne. I go, there we go.
Yeah.
That's it. Baby cherubs don't look like babies.
Yeah.
You ever seen what like the biblically accurate angel?
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's hilarious.
Yeah. But
yeah, that's interesting. What was it? You said you had a sketch idea.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know where I had the sketch idea, but
okay.
Yeah, actually, can I add one more thing about that book though?
Yeah.
There was I hope this isn't boring.
No.
There was you said that, but your eyes were like very wide.
What? What do you mean?
I'm just kidding. But yeah, and the last thing that was like a dead giveaway was she was like she said, okay, this is what made me go, and this can't be real. was when the angel was like, okay, let's go see like the glory of God. Let's go look, let's go gaze upon the glory of God. And she's like, yeah, let's go. And they go, and she's like, whoa, praise God, glory to God. And I just immediately I remember like I think it's Ezekiel, where Ezekiel sees like all this heavenly stuff, and
Yeah.
his word, we translate it weird in Hebrew, like we translate Hebrew weird to English, but his word, we say, oh, woe is me, I'm undone, I have unclean lips or whatever. He's essentially like, oh, man, this is
Yeah.
why am I here?
Yeah.
Where like I'm just thinking like you have like literally a prophet and then just some lady,
Yeah.
and she's like,
Well, that's cool.
wow, that's cool, it's God.
Yeah.
And then the prophet's like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here.
She's like, that's so funny to imagine her writing that and being like, and then the angel took me to go see God, and God said he wanted to be best friends with me, and
Yeah,
it's just writing it like
it was weird because like I mentioned earlier, like the line for what gets someone like damned for all eternity just so happens to be anything below me.
Yeah.
Well, like she said when she went to heaven, the angels were like, they pulled out like a book. Anyone who's like saved is in the book of life, basically. So they pulled out a book with her name, and they looked at it and looked at the page with her name, and then they like smiled and like grinned, and they're like, "Come on in!" Like, oh yeah,
hilarious.
Clearly you belong here. Clearly,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny.
But
it is pretty cool to like come up with the idea to write your own fanfic, like self-insert fanfic about heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it is funny, but that is exactly
That's
what Dante's Inferno is.
true.
Where he's like, and then the poet Virgil comes and he just thinks I'm really cool.
We're
and
like best friends.
Yeah, and he takes me through hell.
Yeah.
The 7 circles of hell, and we travel down the river Styx from Greek mythology. You remember that one? Yeah, it's real.
Imagine like we have our modern mythology in like 1,000 years. So it was like, and then me and Iron Man were flying through the sky, and then I saw Thanos.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I do wonder what like artifacts we're gonna leave behind for future generations. I kind of don't think we're gonna leave any because everything is like disposable.
Yeah,
everything is gonna decompose.
Yeah. Speaking of like people looking back in 1,000 years or whatever. Can I read that thing I texted you?
Yeah, please do.
Because I was thinking about this for a couple of days. I also sent it to. But it was the ancient Greeks were gay, but not because they were actually gay, but because they were acting according to their ideals. And since they viewed women as essentially deformed men, and since they viewed the form or idea of a man as the pinnacle of beauty, for the Greek aristocratic male, gay sex was not about pleasure, but principle. And I just, I was just thinking, like, when I wrote that, I was thinking about this actually today. Like, they had like prostitutes back in the day,
Yeah.
So like, regular people with regular people urges would probably more often than not go to a prostitute.
Yeah.
But the statues, like the Koros statues, there's Koros and Kore statues, which is the male and female. The male was always depicted like naked.
Yeah.
But the female were always depicted clothed.
Yeah.
They didn't care, like the elite, the intellectual, they didn't care about seeing the ladies. They wanted to see the male. But I wonder if like we're looking back on that and we're like, what's the word? We're is it imposing? We're superimposing essentially like the what's the word? The beliefs and the ideals of like the elites as if that's everybody, Yeah. Because I wonder if it's going to be the same thing where like in 1,000 years or whatever, they're like, and they're all cutting their penises off back then. Like, why?
Yeah, and they're all cutting their penises off and getting breast implants.
Yeah.
And they all did that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a similar thing where it's just like it's like a like Greek sexuality is a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's what I wonder.
That's really that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mess around with any of that kind of stuff. That's why I would be a Spartan. If I was,
They were the worst.
No, I know. It's just funny that like It seems like right wing guys are just like manly men really like the Spartans,
Yeah.
and they're just like
gayest of
yeah. But their idea of Sparta is from 300.
Yeah.
The movie,
which is also very homoerotic.
yes,
You know?
but that's not the part that they pick up on. They pick
okay.
up on the Well, actually, no. Aren't the Persians or the portrayed as like the homoerotic ones? Aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know.
I've never seen 300.
I haven't either.
I just got too distracted by Gerard Butler's abs. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude. No.
Are you drooling?
Dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was another idea. I didn't write it down,
Yeah.
but to continuously do like act outs.
Yeah.
But like, there's no visual medium, so people just have no idea what's going on.
They just hear like clothes rustling.
Yeah, and so I saw this guy, and he was doing this weird dance move. And he was like,
Well, this was very fun, man.
yeah, it was. You should come over to my house more often.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I can't guarantee you'll get the same kind of like meal every time. But.
Yeah. No, I wasn't ending it if you didn't want to end it. I was
okay.
I was saying that as a segment. But
it seemed like you were kind of giving me the cue to wrap it up.
To leave. I was kicking you out.
Yeah, kicking me out of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know we should do. And I feel like that'd be maybe slightly better, but I don't know. You guys just live so far away.
I know, it does suck. It's like a 40-minute drive.
I know. Yeah. Why do you guys have to live over and you have to live out in the
in the sticks,
in the country?
Yeah, we live definitely way out in the country where there's literally a mile-long line of traffic every morning out my driveway.
Like, I'm looking outside of the porch and I just see like a couple of crosses burning. You know what I mean? You guys live really far out.
Oh, dang it. Are the Andersons at it again?
I think so.
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Have you seen Step Brothers? The
No,
movie
I
Step
haven't.
Brothers? It's pretty funny. The two it's like a successful man and a successful woman both have like a middle-aged deadbeat son, and then they get married. They're like divorced. They get married, and this like two 35-year-old kids have to move in together.
That's funny.
And at a certain point during the movie, they're like trying to sell the house. I haven't seen it in a while, but they're trying to keep the realtor from being able to sell the house. And so every time the realtor brings someone in to go look at the house, they're like dressed up as KKK members in the yard over, or like dressed up as a Nazi or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should watch Step Brothers together sometime.
Yeah, we'll just put it on and
Put it
keep
on.
recording.
We should do a movie review of Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Or a commentary track for Step Brothers.
I post this and it's like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
We're like, we watched Step Brothers and we were like, have you ever seen Meet the Parents?
Have you ever seen Anchorman 2?
You're like, oh, we should watch the first one though.
Yeah. Oh, dang, we should watch the first one.
Yeah.
No, we watched the entirety of Anchorman 2 and we're like, that didn't make any sense.
Watch the
You should
first
watch
one
Anchorman.
and then watch the second one again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Legally Blonde?
Yeah, I love Legally Blonde.
Really?
Yeah.
It's really
you ever
good.
seen the musical?
No.
I think you like it. As like a closeted gay man, you probably
As a deeply closeted
as a
gay
deeply
man.
closeted homosexual.
That was another idea that I had that I didn't write down. Was to do an
I don't
entire
want to do
podcast.
sodomy. Okay.
No, to do an entire podcast of nothing but Norm bits.
Yeah. I feel like that could be really cringy, honestly.
It would be, but we would think it was funny.
I think it only works if you just throw it in every once in a while.
Yeah.
So like the two people who really like Norm
Yeah.
will go, ha, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I recognize that. But,
Yeah. Reminds me of that tragedy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was sick.
You're mixing two. The tragedy was 9/11.
I know, dude.
Okay.
Don't be elitist about Norm
Whatever.
here. You ever hear the joke about Andy Richter, the Swedish German man?
Yeah, that one's funny.
Yeah.
I've seen all of it. I've seen everything he's been in.
Yeah. I've seen most of it.
I was like, I mentioned Mr. Beast earlier, but I was like a Norm Macdonald fan, like right out of high school.
Yeah.
And I always had trouble sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would always like, what?
Nothing.
Because what? What?
You're gonna have to edit this out. You had trouble sleeping because you were too busy getting. Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, you'll have to edit that, but.
Yeah. So I was like.
Because you listened to Norm Macdonald right out of high school.
Yeah, I was like, because I learned that taking melatonin.
Yeah.
Was makes it worse because your body naturally produces melatonin.
It makes it worse?
It makes it harder to go to sleep because it like replaces the melatonin that you naturally produce.
I take melatonin every night. I'm not even joking.
You
this
should
is not
probably
even
like
a bit.
phase out of that.
I only take like a small dosage though. I don't take like a bunch.
Your body naturally makes melatonin, so the more that you take it, the more you take it, the less your body produces it.
Yeah, that's how testosterone works, I believe.
Really?
Like when you do testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
Or no, it's when you do steroids. When you do steroids, you have to go on TRT afterwards because your body stops producing the hormones that like your human growth hormone and like testosterone and stuff when you're on steroids. So what
about HRT?
What's that?
Oh, never mind. I didn't know you were uncultured.
I don't.
No, it's the hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah, well, I know.
But
I've
like
heard
it's specifically like the trans
yeah
one, like the never mind. But yeah, I
is that what Leah Thomas did?
Yeah, I think she. Why'd you laugh when I said she?
Because she has a penis.
Yeah,
Not that I noticed it or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I noticed it in the ultra tight swimsuits.
I mean, it's a lady. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not gay.
Yeah,
it's not gay to notice her penis. It's not gay if you're attracted to it.
Oh dear.
No, I think that you want to talk about what's his name, Chris, Mr. Beast's buddy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You know, it's weird because I mentioned earlier I was a Mr. Beast subscriber back when it was like him and Chris were roommates.
Yeah,
you know, and Chris. This was before Chris was married. He was like before he even proposed to his girlfriend. They were just roommates, hanging out. You know, Chris would be in the video sometimes. And you could tell that it was kind of annoying to him a little bit until Jimmy started making money, you know. And that's
interesting.
That's not to say that he's like a clout chasing or whatever. Yeah. Really what it is I think that like Jimmy took care of his friends and family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going up. I want to bring you guys with me. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's weird like how he was just kind of this normal guy. You know, he was engaged. He seemed like he was one who had more like what's the word? He had more potential than Jimmy did. He seemed like that because Jimmy just seemed like a kid who wasn't ready to grow up yet.
Yeah,
you know, and he was the one who was like going to get married. You know, he ended up having
more potential as an adult, not as a YouTuber.
Yeah, but I mean, I do like what he does, where they give out a lot of money and
who Mr. Beast?
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh
cool.
yeah,
I think it's great.
I think it's weird to dislike that.
It is, yeah.
Like I don't know, a lot of people hate Mr. Beast.
They hate on it just because they're giving away money, just because you don't have the money first.
You know what I mean? Well, the argument they make is that like he's like monetizing these, like when he did the curing 1,000 people's blindness.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, how dare he make their blindness into a commodity to make money off of?" Because for one thing, I think he did that video on his philanthropy channel, which is I think he uses all of the proceeds from that like for other charity stuff. Yeah. So I don't know, but sorry,
no.
What were you gonna say?
So it was weird to see that like Chris is kind of trans now.
Yeah,
it's very weird
because you thought he was like going to be a normal guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He seemed like a very normal guy.
He had like a very like good potential to be just kind of a regular dude.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that is. I don't know, and it's sad to see like, I don't know. It's always sad to see people like hating somebody for like, even if you disagree with like his decision to become trans. It's like there's people that are like being mean about it, and it's like there's other issues there too that you don't. I mean, I don't know enough about what happened, but
I think I think I get it in regards to like the fact that he has a child. You know what I mean? He's married and has a child. So like
Yeah.
I think that for to kind of like abandon your because a kid needs a mom and a dad. A kid doesn't need
Yeah.
two moms,
Correct.
and to like kind of abdicate your responsibility as a father for any reason, I feel is weird. But
Yeah.
then to sort of do that to kind of pursue what is I read this book, The Man Who Would Be Queen. You know that one.
No, I don't.
So there's
You need to stop asking me if I know these
I'm
books because I'm
sorry,
never gonna know any of
but
them.
you'll hear people talk about it sometimes. They'll bring it up when they talk about trans stuff. There's two types of trans. There's there's the type of trans that's like a really really gay guy, and
Yes.
because gay men aren't attracted to like flamboyant gay men. They're attracted to straight men. You know that you ever heard that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So there's two types of trans. The one type of trans is a very very gay guy who takes on the attributes of a woman, not consciously, but takes on the attributes of a woman in order to attract more straight,
More
more
masculine. Yeah.
masculine men.
Yeah.
And then the other type is the autogynephilia, where it's the turned on by the idea of them in the role of a woman. So, like, for the really, really gay man version of trans, they're going to be attracted to, they'll actually be attracted to like Brad Pitt or something,
Yeah.
or like some whatever,
Gerard Butler.
something like that. Whereas the autogynephilia, they're attracted to the idea of a man or the idea of being like
Yeah. Yeah.
in the role of being in the role of a woman.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with whatever. So that one's more of like, honestly, like it's more of a kink or like a fetish than an actual like identity. You know what I mean? So to bring it back to the Chris situation, I think to sort of abdicate responsibility as a father for any reason, I think it's horrible. But to do so to pursue what is effectively a fetish, I feel like is really kind of gross.
Yeah.
But
I guess this is a good topic to dive into, but like I've always thought that the slogan "Love is love" is kind of weird because you're kind of taking away. Well, you literally are taking away any meaning that it has. Because if all love is just love,
yeah,
then it doesn't really mean anything. And like,
yeah,
I think,
if love is just sex,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah. If it's literally just like attraction, or if it's love is just lust, then like,
yeah,
what it doesn't mean anything.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like being raised in like a Christian environment, like you're at least I was taught that love is more about commitment than anything else.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just and like putting someone else's needs above your own, being a little bit like making some sacrifices for that sake. But I don't know. I think it's sad. What do you? So that's the only two. You're saying those are the two types. But what about like the body dysmorphic?
So, for like ladies, or for men, because the body dysmorphia is a made up term.
Oh, interesting.
They made that up because of gender identity disorder was what it used to be called.
Yeah.
So body dysmorphia was essentially how battle fatigue turned into post traumatic stress disorder.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's how like how idiot became retarded and retarded became special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess, are you saying like, what about the people who feel uncomfortable in their skin, in their body?
Yeah, because it does seem like I don't know. It seems like there are some people who become trans who are more like almost asexual, or like not really like, they don't really become trans to be like playing the role of a woman in a relationship. They just like want to be
a lady.
Well,
they want to be,
or vice versa.
They want to be a lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you don't even know what it means to be a lady. You only know what it's like to be you.
Yeah, that's true.
So that one kind of still leans into sort of the cross-dressing autogynephilia version.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
I don't know.
It is weird to be like, was it Ryan Long? I think my brother said something Ryan Long said. I don't know. This is a hearsay now, but he was like people will say that they don't like feel like the right gender, you know. And my brother said that like Ryan Long said something like, yeah, you know, the whole thing of like feeling, like we don't have that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Andrew Tate?
Yeah,
Do you
he's
listen to
fine.
Andrew Tate?
He's fine. You think we're kind of rapping at the end
No,
of
I
it?
want to talk about Andrew Tate.
Do you actually?
Kind of.
Yeah. You look very cozy.
I am very cozy.
You look like a cozy little boy.
Don't say that.
How do you like fit your like legs on things?
I fold them.
Because you're very tall.
Fold.
Is that like by saying that you're tall? Does that kind of doxing you a little bit?
No.
Yeah.
As long as you're not saying my address, I think that counts.
You
It's
live
not
you live
doxing.
on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
In,
1600 Pennsylvania
1600
Avenue.
Pennsylvania
Yeah.
Avenue. Yeah. Send all correspondence there.
Send all your fan mail.
You know, my sister when she was a kid, she sent something to George Bush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
she did. She sent him $1, but it was what?
Sorry, she sent him $1.
$1 and a letter, and it was like, I like you. I think I like that you're bombing us over in the middle.
You know, it's funny that
Yeah.
like to a little kid, sending a letter to George Bush is almost as like that's like one step lower in the reality scale from sending a letter to Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Because it's sending a letter to someone who doesn't know you, or like from your perspective, like they will never know you exist, and you only know they exist from like hearsay, and they have very little actual impact on your life.
She sent a letter to George Bush, and it contained $1. This was during the height of the anthrax scare, so it never actually touched his hands.
Yeah, of course.
But a very kind secretary.
Oh, that was nice.
Actually read the letter and sent the $1 back, and sent and actually like wrote something up.
That's nice.
They probably have some stock. Well, because like when I was in high school, a girl I knew when I was a senior, she was like a freshman. She wrote a letter to it was like the Trump. It said Trump basically.
Yeah.
And it was actually really funny because she was reading the letter to all of us at lunch one time, and because she got it back, they sent something back. It was like a secretary, but it was like written as Trump.
Yeah.
And he has like some stock letter he sends to people.
Did it sound like it was written by like an AI? It was
Basically.
Like, hello, I am Donald Trump.
But
I am so glad to receive your support.
Donald Trump. No, it was funny.
Donald Trump.
She was reading the letter that she got back, and everyone knows like this is kind of like
fake.
No, I mean, but it's like is kind of what's the word? It was what's it called? Not canned. Phoned in.
Yeah.
It was phoned in.
Yeah.
But she's reading the letter, and there's this line where it's like, I'm always very happy to receive letters from of the younger generation because you guys are the future. And then like literally everybody looked at each other and we're like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Come on, Donald.
Yeah. But
my little brother sent a letter to NASA.
Really?
Yeah, and they replied.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy kids just get away with like...
Yeah. But when I send a letter to the IRS...
Yeah.
But when I send a letter to the NSA with... No.
With, what?
Nothing.
Yeah. With
You
stranger...
remember how you were talking about like anthrax and stuff?
Yeah.
It's not that.
Okay. It's a sugar. Just powder.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we could wrap it up. Do you have anything else you want to go over?
I just wanted to talk about like how how I've been reading about like Hegelian